Welcome back. You're watching Closing Bell. I bet you stuffed your face this weekend. Late night parties, all that fried festival food, the unending rounds of mithai. And now that you're back at work, the cycle of bad food habits, no free time to exercise, and stress starts again. If you're a 9-to-5er, it's tough to stay fit. Or is it?
Well, I don't know, Meghna. Look at this. I'm having trouble with this. Okay. Well, we got well-known expert, wellness expert, Namita Jain. She disagrees that it's difficult. In her new book, 9 to 5 Fit, Namita creates health plans that work around your schedule, simple, easy-to-follow diets and exercises that can be done at your desk, and solutions for late nights, entertaining clients, irregular eating hours, and traveling. Namita joins us on Closing Bell to help you live a healthier life. Namita, you look like that. I mean, that's something for, just like what I need. So, what's the mantra that you work with?
I think the first thing is you need to be determined to succeed.
Okay, that's tough.
So you can't wish it.
Okay.
You can't just say I wish and I hope. You have to make an effort. And if you're determined, then you can then every obstacle you can sort of surpass and you can emerge victorious.
We've been through what, decades now of diet advice, fitness advice, run, do yoga, cycle, all of that, right? And yet I think many of us continue to make the same mistakes again and again. You have a bunch of clientele that comes from this 9 to 5 section.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what are the most common mistakes that they continue to make when it comes to fitness?
One is they don't exercise. The most common reason is I don't have any time.
Isn't that true? I mean, isn't that a lot of people working in a city like Mumbai, time is really at
time, space, money to go to a gym, all these are difficult things, right?
Absolutely. I agree with you and not because, you know, walking is not expensive. Walking is very doable. A lot of people may be able to even walk to work.
Yeah. Well,
and you know,
turn up sweaty in this heat, Namita. It's so easy to say.
You may be able to, depending on where you live, you know, on the weather conditions, therefore may. But you need to fit in exercise into your daily planner. And I think that's non-negotiable, you know.
How much time?
I would say a minimum of 30 minutes of walking per day, 5 days a week, is essential to keep fit.
But is exercise enough? So if I exercised an hour, let's say 3 or 4 times a week, will that ensure that A, I stay trim, and B, I stay healthy?
3 to 4 times a week, 1 hour is sufficient if your goal is to remain fit. But if your goal is to lose weight or you have a heart-related concern, then you need to put in a little more effort.
So more time in exercise, or must this be combined with diet? Because you have this formula in your book, don't
Absolutely, absolutely. It has to be combined with exercise. My formula is 70% what you eat is important and it's 30% exercise. But both are extremely important. As well, you know, taking time out to relax, de-stress, because otherwise you're living on the edge and you can get burnt out fast. And if you're burnt out very fast, how can you be productive at work as well?
How boring will your diet have to get?
It's as interesting as you make it, honestly.
Take some kakadi and carrot, right?
So tell us how.
So I would say, look around. Okay, visit the stores. I know you need to take the time out to do that, but then there's a host of variety of options available. Today, khakras, you know, have the masala variety, the pudina variety.
Is it healthy to buy store-made khakras?
I think you need to check the ingredients. Okay, the key is check the ingredients. It has too much of butter, oil, ghee, salt. You know, it's not good for you. If you can choose...
Are ingredients honestly written on packets, or...?
I truly and sincerely hope that people are honest and they're not out to fool people, because you can't get away with murder for long, so I believe. So I think they need to be truthful.
Okay, if there were 5 tips you could give our viewers, Namita, on what they should do, specific stuff, right? Food groups that you must eat, exercise you've already spoken to us, what would they be?
In terms of, I would say,
fitness,
health, I would say one is keep yourself hydrated, drink a lot of water. The body needs 2 to 3 liters of water per day to function efficiently. The second thing is, I would say, avoid too many stimulants. A lot of people are, you know, having too much of coffee, tea, colas and smoking, you know, and it's actually counterproductive. So instead, one can do deep breathing exercises, take power naps, jog in place, you know, when one needs to feel pepped up and energetic. I would say 3 is eat regular at regular intervals. You know, sometimes what happens is one tends to forget that one has not eaten, and then you are so hungry that you tend to overeat. So I would say eat at regular intervals. Fourthly, I would say eat slowly and chew well. A lot of people come to me with stomach problems, acidity, indigestion. It's because they're eating too fast. Maybe they're stressed. And lastly, I would say find ways to relax. It's so important.
Okay, Namita, thank you so much for that. And from getting fit, we've got to move on to getting the fisc fit. You want to take us to that?
Yes, well, we do. We have the Finance Minister's interview coming up next. The strong core sector data that we saw last week was the first indication of a turnaround in the Indian economy. But is this revival sustainable? Are these green shoots that are going to grow? Well, in an exclusive conversation with Network 18, the Finance Minister, P. Chidambaram, says he remains confident of an economic turnaround. He's also optimistic that the fiscal deficit will be contained below the budgeted number. Listen in.